We would be honored if you would join us.
And who might you be?
You stuck-up, half-witted, scruffy-looking nerf herder. I love you.
I know.
Hello everyone and welcome to Frozen Incarnate. Join me for another solo playthrough. This time I'm running Hoth decks, but this is going to be the first time where I'm playing as a dark side. So I'm going to give dark side a go this time and let the AI player be the light side player. So the AI player's deck is the deck I used in the last video for the Hoth, which I didn't do very well with. So I'm like to see how well the AI does as the light side, seeing as they do have some advantages when it comes to like force control and stuff like that. So I'm running a dark side Hoth deck. This one's a different one, and I'd like to see if I can get the combos that I've designed into it working. So to start off with, let's reveal my objectives. So I have, starting off as you're in command now, Admiral. So that's one of my new ones. It's while you control 3 or more Hoth objectives, this objective gains reaction. After you play an officer unit, return the topmost fate card not named Twist of Fate from your discard pile to your hand. Limit once per turn. And then I've got Killing Cold, which we all know. Action, sacrifice a unit you control to remove 1 damage from a friendly Hoth objective. And last but not least is Lord Vader's Command, which is my replacement card. It's got the Hoth trait. While this objective is undamaged, increase the cost of each event card played by an opponent by 1. So hopefully I can drain the resources on the light side a bit better. And with the Killing Cold out, I should be able to keep that alive. And because of the way the AI plays, I have on purposely stuck that as the last one, so they have to engage this and this. So being able to keep that going might serve to my advantage. So those are my objectives. Right, I need to draw my hand, which I haven't done yet. I've set the AI side up. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Lots of fate cards, not enough units, so I'm going to mulligan that. In the meantime, as I do that, I'm running the Battle of Hoth A side card, which is while you control 8 or more Hoth objectives, each Navy Hoth objective you control gains influence. And then after my turn begins, I may flip that. The light side have the same thing, but likelihood is they won't need it because of the way they pay for things is different, so they don't have to worry about resource matching, which is nice for them. Which is, I guess, is a good thing for an AI deck, because then you can really build like multi-faction decks and not have to worry about resource matching or anything. So if you really want to try jamming things together and play against it, then the solo format's a good format for that. It's a little bit more difficult for multi-faction decks when running in the normal game. Right, let's shuffle it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, I have to stick with this. Right, interesting. Well, it's a start, and it's got some resource. Well, let's see what happens. Right. So first up, we then reveal the light side objectives. So they've got Hero Survival. So that's that Luke Skywalker one, new one. Evacuation Procedure, and Renegade Squadron Mobilization. Interesting. Right, so let's see how the dark side can take advantage of them. So for dark side mode, it's still the same. I now have to start on 0 instead of 1, and balance as normal, set to the light side, and I get to go first. So I'm going to discard a probe droid. I don't need probe for it just yet. Ooh. If I draw an event, right. Well, I've unfortunately drawn 2 executors, which is not good. But we'll start here. Right. Start with a communications officer. Let's get our resources going. Resources are going to be key. So 1, 2, and 3. And because he is an officer, but I have no fake cards in my discard pile, that's not going to trigger. Right. And I'm going to play another officer. 1. And then I'll play a nice trumper for 2. Right, and I shall use this guy's. And that's the end of that. Quick turn. Nothing else I can really do. Can't attack on the first turn. So, right, I'm going to use these cards for the force. So, we'll stick it on the tactical flight officer. And we'll win the force by 1. Dum dum. So we have the force, right. So now the light side's turn. So light side has 4 resources in their resource pool. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got nothing to refresh. Nothing's been triggered. Right, so move on to the deployment phase. Right, so the first card they have is Renegade Squadron Mobilization. They can't actually pay for that. So by the normal rules, if you can't pay for a unit straight away, that ends their turn, and they go on to the next one, which is quite interesting. Right, so put that back on there. Shuffle that back up. I'm wondering maybe if I should play it like if they haven't managed to deploy a unit or play any card in that round, whether they should be allowed to have like one shuffle of their draw pile and try again, and if it fails again then they don't play anything, probably to my detriment if I do this, but it just seems normal. I don't want to have too much of a quick win here, so I'll give them a free shuffle and another try and see where we go. Okay, right, so Renegade Rearguard, so 2. So it has a reaction after this unit enters play. Search your deck for a creature unit and add it to your hand. Right, so which creature do we want to give them? Seeing as we have not seen them, it may be a rarity to get out. Another one to my detriment. And seeing as I know now what possibly have in their hand. Right, I'm going to put Captive Wampa into the light side hand. There. Shuffle their hand. No, I didn't see the other Captive Wampa, so chances are it's either in the Fate deck or it's in the hand. So I might have 2 Wampas in my hand, which we could have a bit of a creature battle going on. Should be interesting. Right, so that's shuffled. Alright, so I have 2 resources left. Play next card, the Battle of Hoth, that'll go on there. Next card, Captive Wampa. They can't pay for that, unfortunately, so that'll go on there. So we'll leave it at that. So they have Renegade Rearguard for attack and defense. Because he has no blast at all, he'll be a defender. And they'll probably now move to the force phase. If I'm going to play these correctly, then we could trigger a hero survival for the light side. So after 4th phase begins, damage a unit, get +1 force to the force struggle, which means he's now on 2. That means they win the force struggle, and then they get the reaction after they win the force struggle, get to remove damage. Isn't that nice? So there they go. They have 1 force. Right, so moving on to my turn. Let me just shuffle their fate deck up. Right, my turn. Right, so I am refreshing. Disguise Elite. So I got a good resource start. How many resources I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All close. I could find a Sith Holocron. I might be able to get. Right. At the moment, because everything's okay, I'm gonna ditch You Have Failed Me to that. I've got a good selection of objectives that I don't really want to swap anything out yet. We'll start sacrificing officers, so we will discard 1 and then draw 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Right, didn't find that Sith Holocron, but I have more chuddy units, so I will play another Ice Trumper. Boom, boom, boom. 1, 2. And I will play shame I'm playing all my officers now when I haven't loaded my discard pile yet, but play another tactical flight officer. Hold on. And ISB liaison. Right. My chances are sorry. Chances are if I keep my board alive and don't lose anyone, I can get the Executor out next turn, and then I can start sacrificing things to great effect. So I might just want to hold on here and play it cool, and see where we're going. Unfortunately, I've got 1 pips all over the place, so I might have to commit a few people to get going. And do I want to play my 3rd ISB liaison? You know what, I will, just for fun. I'll play the 2nd one out and use his resource moment. Right, so I'm poised for a big sacrificial turn coming up. So I'm still not going to attack. So I will move to the 4th phase, and I'll commit the other flight tactical officer. And one of the ISB liaisons. So I'm on 3 now, so they can't do any of their tricks. Unfortunately, if I'm building this type of board, I'm going to get very cramped up very quick. So playing a small area. Right. Oh, dial should have gone to 1 at least, and I've taken force. So this only triggers on their turn. Well, the first part only triggers on their turn, so he can't damage himself to get up, and it wouldn't matter anyway because I've gotten 3 and he's gotten none. Right, so that's the end of my turn. Right, moving on to the light side turn. So there's no balance damage because we managed to win force. So let's generate some resources for them. Now they have 6 to play with. Right. Hand's only got 5 cards in, so they get to draw a card. Let's shuffle that up. Technically now, anything that does pop out, they should be able to play, so we shall see. And the first one is Captive 1 per 4. 3 cost. Another defensive unit. And the next card is an Echo Defender. 2. So, all these defenders, I don't think they'll be attacking at all. And last card, Renegade Squadron. So, maybe they'll get them out soon enough. Right. Seeing as what's going on, there is no blast. Technically, could split them up. I mean, these guys have got tactics. We could split it up where the captive one per attacks, because he would go on a rampage. So, and the problem is he will do his reaction, so he's going to be difficult to kill, and he's going to start picking off my guys if not left alone. So I'm going to make it so that the captive one part is going to be the attacker and the renegade rearguard are not. And go from there. So he's going to attack. You are in command now, Admiral. And do I want to defend? Tell you what I'll do. I'll let him attack. You're in command now, Admiral. So he goes into the engagement. I will not defend. So we go to the edge battle. I will be. Sorry, just getting my edge battle table up. I will be not defending, but I'm going to give him the opportunity. So where's my dice? So no cards in. Let's roll the dice. And we've got 6. We're putting 1 in. And then they've got 1 more. Oh, they're putting another in. Could be good for us. And then go again. Another 4 because I've got 2 in. Yes, they're passing. Right. So 2 in. And they've got rid of the Bright Hope. And I'll see you in hell. But he wins the edge battle. But before he gets to strike, I will sacrifice a route. Sacrifice this unit to remove a target attacking non-vehicle unit from the engagement, then deal 1 damage to that unit. So get some damage on the guy. I lose an Ice Tromper. Right. So he doesn't deal any of his unopposed. He's no longer in engagement, and that is the end of that. So he has struck, and then it goes to the 4th phase for these guys. So the captive one actually has the most. Most with the 4th, so that now puts them on 3. These are on 3, but now they can do the hero survival, where we'll what can we do? We go damage here, win the force by 1, and then because the 1 remove the damage. And there we go. Right, that's the end of the light side's turn, so my turn. Could be a big turn coming up. So Dar goes to 2. Refresh. Right, my hands, still got my 2 executors. So I'm keeping one for edge, obviously, and hopefully play the other one out. There's a 1, 2, 3, and 4. Typical. I now find Admiral Ozzel. So let's just have a quick count up there. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Common, everyone wants to see it. Let's put the executor out. So put the executor out for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cool. So those who haven't played with the Executor, it is, while this unit is undamaged, it cannot be targeted by enemy card effects. Reaction: after a card is sacrificed, deal 1 damage to a target enemy unit or objective. So how many things can I sacrifice? 1, 2, 3. I use that to sacrifice for 4. Whoa. Right. I also did draw the mission from your own command Admiral, which is target the main generator, which would be a good mission to go attack. However, now I have to decide what am I going to attack, and can I beat the... It's going to be how can I beat the edge battle. The problem is they've got tactics, and if they win the edge battle, then I am potentially screwed. They'll just lock the Executor down. The only other thing I can do is just then go for sacrificing, and I won't be able to negate some of their tactics. Well, let's see what happens. Right, I'm going to then declare the Executor at let's go for the Hero Survival, because that's the one they're using the most at the moment. Though when I start sacrificing things, Renegade Squadron Mobilization is going to come into effect. So I am doing that. So Executor is going in. They're going to declare Renegade Rearguard and Echo Defender as defenders. Right. So now it's time for the edge battle. So here we go. I'm going to put 1 in. And where did I put my dice? Right. They're going to put 1 in. And I'm going to put that 1 in. And they're going to put 1 in. I'm going to pass. So roll again. And they've rolled a 3 because we have the same number. They're putting 1 in. Joy. And I'm going to pass again. And let them roll. Oh my god, to put another 1 in. I don't think I'm going to win this now. So probably not worth changing anything. I'll just let them roll again. 3. So they have more than 2, so that's a pass. Alright. This doesn't look great. So what have they got? Ooh. So they've got a total of 6 and a Battle of Hoth. And I've got a total of 4, so I'm going to lose. Just remember, I do have a Hoth reinforcement in my ring. So, fortunately, because it's not in the discard pile when these are resolving, because they get discarded afterwards, this will go, and as seen as no objectives have taken damage, they will deal 1 damage with their Battle of Hoth. Joy. Right then, so they have 1. Now the problem is, this one's got lots of guns, and this one hasn't, and they're striking first. So I'm going to start doing some Executor jank before they start striking. That should have been there. So let's begin. I will start by sacrificing this unit to look at the top card of an objective or command deck. Well, I'm going to look at the top card of my deck. Ooh. And then I get to draw a card. So put that in there. Potentially maybe I should have done the sacrificing beforehand. So, and then I get to deal a damage with the Executor. Now he's the more threatening one. Unfortunately I don't have enough sacrificing units to clear their board. So I'm going to do the same thing with this guy. So we'll Desolation of Hoth coming up, so I'm going to get that, draw that. All good. Doing another damage. I'm going to kill their Echo Defender. And now we could sacrifice a unit to deal with damage here, but it's not going to make much point, so there's no point of me doing that. So unfortunately, the Executor has been fumbled by a Renegade Rearguard. Not good on my account. So he gets strike twice. He will focus out Executor and do 1 damage. So now I am not immune to enemy card effects. Unless I can heal up. And that is the end of my go. So now I only have 1 on the force. They have many, and I can't take the force. And yes, but that's probably disappointing from me from the use of the Executor, because you really want to be damaging objectives, and I've used now a few of my sacrificial cards, so that's slightly concerning. Anyway, let's move on because we're running out of time. Right, so didn't do anything. Moves to light side turn. They now have the force because they still count me, so they're on 3 and I have 0, so I'll deal damage to your in command now. Refresh, and then after you refresh, destroy the lowest cost non-vehicle unit in play, which is going to be a tactical flight officer. So maybe I should have sacked. Well, no. Yep. So that poor girl's been destroyed. So there, and let's check their hands. So they've got 4 cards in the hand. So 1, 2, and they've only got 1 card in the fate deck. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shuffle that up now before I forget. And right, so I'll get another 4 resources. So they have 5 for this turn, and the first card is Battle of Hoth. Go on there. Next card is Renegade Squadron. Right, so they're paying all 5 resources for that. And what's next? Munitions expert. I can't afford that. So right now they have a unit with some blast. So technically, then the captive Wampa will now move to defensive position, and Renegade Squadron will move to the attacking position. And yeah, don't look good. So I've only got an ice trumper to defend. I can't use its ability to knock it out because it's a vehicle. Oh, and I forgot to draw cards for the dark side. Not that they need it with all the people that left. So I'll try and catch them next time when they lose. Right. So what's the best thing I can do? Is try and win the edge battle, which isn't good. So these 2 are up against it. I'll defend anyhow, just to contest an edge battle. Maybe clear some of these cards I know I'm not going to use. Well, I might use. I'm going to keep the Glacial Worms because they're good. I might keep Ozil. Chances are they'll do 1, 2, and they have a Battle of Hoth in their fate deck. I need to actually shuffle that because the problem is I could have Desolation of Hoth, so I could potentially save my objective from dying if I play that event, but I need to make sure it survives. So Renegade Squadron does 1 damage. Battle of Hoth could unfortunately do that, and I need to survive the engagement. But they've only got 1 gun, so I should be able to survive the engagement. So as long as I live, then they can't blow it up. Just means I'm going to get focused down. Right, so I want to keep Desolation, I want to keep Glacier Worms, and the rest are meh. Right, so attacker goes first, roll the dice, 2, they add, well technically they don't, because we haven't put a card in. Maybe they should just put a card in straight away instead of passing. So they put 1 in, and technically if I don't want to see that Battle of Hoth, I shouldn't put edge cards in. In fact, I'm not going to. So they've got 1 in to try and reduce the chances of. So they got 1 more. They rolled a 3 and they pass. Okay, so hopefully, as long as this isn't a Battle of Hoth, which it isn't, yay, I'm not going to do the extra damage. Well, unfortunately, they win. So Renegade Squadron strikes. Deals 1 damage here. Deals 1 damage here. And then has 2 tactics, which he will apparently has to put on the attacker, and then likelihood is we'll put on the executor because it's the most the highest target cost and force bit wise. So Renegade Squadron has done its job. That's the end of the engagement. Luckily they haven't done that. And now move to the force phase. They're clearly winning the force, they don't have to do this. But because they do get to remove it after they win a force struggle to get to remove damage, they're going to remove that one. So that is clever on their part. And just to make things worse, that will go on the force. So they will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the force. I'm never getting that back now. Right. So that moves on to my turn. So Dar goes to 3. Moves very slowly. God, feels like an age. Do the refresh. Unfortunately, the executor is not. Oh, I wish I had a way of removing some focus tokens from my units. Right. So back here again. Keep those cards and discard that event. I don't really need it. So I get to draw 2. 1, 2. Right. Right. I'm not liking Renegade Squadron on being on the board. And if I can control the board all the better. So I prefer it if I could get rid of him. So I think the ideal target is I'm going to be playing Desolation of Hoth and moving damage over to here. So that will cost 3. And that leaves me with 4 resources. I could play the Glacier Worms. Which could actually then start laying damage down. Or do I go for the Admiral play? Tell you what, I'm going to show you how I design this. So I will play Admiral Ozzel for tokens for 1. Now if I do it this way, so I do want to work out. Problem is I lost my last resource. I needed 8 resources to be able to play the officers I want and do what I need to do. Do I want to play Admiral? Sorry folks, this may be confusing what I'm doing, but because I lost a tactical flight officer, I am 1 down, and that means I'm 1 resource short of doing the janky type of play I want to do. And nah, will leave me not in a good place. So instead, let's just stick to what we're going to do. Right, glacier worms. Got the worms for 4, and then we'll play it now. Desolation of Hoth. 1, 2, 3. Right, let's move all this damage onto Renegade Squadron. Haha! Fortunately, he's going to come back at me. Hi-ho. It's a start. Right, so fortunately, Glacier Worms has to be declared as an attacker or defender on the first engagement each turn. Therefore, he will be going in, and he'll be going in at a hero survival. And they will be defending with their captive Wampa. Joy. Now, do I want to gauge in an edge battle? Because I'm getting 2 black blast anyway, and I can't die. Maybe I just want to clear out my hand, but maybe want it for defense next turn. So I'm just going to pass and accept my fate. So dark side, I will now decide whether I want to put in. I'm going to put 1 in. She's shuffle these. I'm going to put 1 in. I have 1 more. No, I'm going to pass now. So, battle Hoth. Aha! Right. So lovely, I have a card that triggers off of that. So this now comes into play. And the battle Hoth triggers. Seeing as no objectives are damaged, they will just damage my first objective again. Maybe I should have waited for my Desolation of Hoth, because then I should have known that might have been coming. I should have waited until after the edge battle at least. Oh well. And yes, so that resolves the edge battle. So the captive Wampa strikes. He will do. He's double focused, and he'll do 2 damage to my Glacier Worm. And that is all. And my Glacier Worm will strike and do 2 damage to the objective and 2 damage to the creature. Wampa versus worms. Yikes. And that is that. Fortunately, no chance in winning the force this turn. They still count their icons, and they've got 5. So they will see that ends my turn. Because they win a force struggle, they get to remove 1 damage from a non-vehicle unit. That'll be that guy. God, it's not Renegade Squadron, and that concludes my turn. So I'll charge 2 defenders. I don't really want the Hoth reinforcement as defender. I've just got my trusty Ice Trumper. So on to the light side turn. So light side deals 8 damage. Then we will draw up. So they've got 4 there, so I need 2. and they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll shuffle that before anything. Right. Shuffle this hand up. Yeah. And they're refreshing, so that comes off, that comes off, that comes on. And now they have only 4. Luckily they have not got resources out, which has been good for me. And I have. Just need to find more ways to sacrifice. Right. So the first play is munitions expert. I'm happy to see that, and not some of the other cards they have. Next up is Snow Speeder Counter Attack. Ooh, right, so this is costing them 2, because it's the first event card. Deal 1 damage to each of your Hoth objectives to deal X damage to a target enemy unit. X is the... Right, so targeting rules state they go for the biggest targets. It's going to be this guy. So unfortunately he's damaged, so he does count. So they will be dealing damage here, here, and here, which helps me in a way to then deal. Could be mean to myself and let them flip this over, because then this would allow them to control an extra Hoth objective, which they probably should have done, because they don't need the resource match. So technically, might be hurting myself here. They are dealing 4 damage to the executor. So he's got 5, so he's halfway to death. Isn't good. So might have been a good Snow Speeder counter attack. So that's that done. Next card, Tornfar. Can't play Tornfar because they only have 1 resource left, so she will go back up now. And it's the end of their turn. Or end of their thing. Right, so offense, defense, and he's in the middle. Out of the 3, I always err on the side of defense, so I'll use him as a defensive unit. So we are in a bit of trouble here, but no, do have a chance. Actually, he will attack. I'm making my own house call here because I don't want to lose. So these 2 guys are attacking, he's defending. Right. So I'm going to defend with the Ice Trumper. I will then, as an action, sacrifice the Ice Trumper to remove a target attacking non-vehicle unit. We'll do the munitions officer, then we'll deal a damage to that unit. He will die because I've done a sacrifice. Renegade Squadron will die. And then, because I know I can get this guy back, I'm going to trigger a killing goal, sacrifice a unit you control to remove 1 damage from a friendly Hoth objective, and take the damage there to sacrifice him. He'll trigger again, and I deal another damage here, which kills Renegade Squadron. Gotta love those plays. Right, so now their attack is over. Dun, dun, dun. Great. Right, the end of their go. Things are looking up now. I think we're going to have a good turn next time. So unfortunately, still in the force. Let me see. Do remove the damage because of this, and then yeah, dial goes up to 4. I really need to start working on that dial. Right, refreshing. Everyone's free now. Freedom. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 cards in hand. Do you want to get rid of anything? Keep that. Keep Ozzel, because now I could make an Ozzel play. And keep the ISB because we want to do some practice sacrificing stuff. I'm going to keep the probe droid, because now it actually might have some use. Can get it out, then sacrifice it, and then do more damage. Could be good to. Right, so draw 2 cards. Oh yes, we have some fake cards. Right, now I'm in a position to do the Ozil play. Right, move this over here. So play Ozil, 3. 1, 2, 3. Right. So he's got a special thing. Interrupt. When this unit is played during your deployment phase, search your deck for an officer unit, reveal it, and add it to your hand. Shuffle your deck. The cost of the next officer card you play this phase is reduced by 3. Right. So I will. So the question is, how can I get rid of him during the deployment phase? Well, I could use the sacrifice of the killing hold, which actually could benefit me even more, or I could use the tactical flight officer, which deals the damage to unit control to draw a card. That's not got a limit on it. So instead of wasting that action, we'll do this action to get rid of this damage. So we will activate Killing Hold. That sacrifice Ozil. Remove the damage from your in command now. So he'll disappear. Trigger Executor. He'll deal the damage to. Because these keep getting held up, I'm going to put it on Hero Survival. And then I'm going to search my deck for an officer. Now, just because I can, and I will, and I know I haven't found many fake cards yet, I'm going to play Admiral Piett. Because it's just thematically fitting that now that Ozil has been sacrificed by Vader, Piett now takes command. He's in command of the Executor, and he's about to lay waste to Hoth, just like in the films. Right. So there's lots of triggers going on here. So technically, after an enemy unit is played, they should get a card. I'll put that on there, because I keep forgetting about these things. And I have to pay the extra 2 for Ozil. So do I have any Sith cards I want to play? Nope. So I'll put one here and one here. So he comes into play. Right, do I have any fake cards in here? Because I can now return the topmost fake card. I haven't found any fake cards yet. What is going on? Because 2 of them are in my hand. Right. So we now move on to the onto conflict phase. Oh, that's happened. And the thing is, well, do I want to play any more? Here's the question. Yeah, let's go for it. I'm going to play Pro Droid. 4D. And then we are going out on the attack. So problem is, Piett isn't very good on the attack yet until he's got some fake cards on him. So I'm not going to risk him in this battle because still got a defender which they can have. I don't really want to get him locked out yet, but we'll save him from for another turn. So the Executor is going to go into. Let's send him into Renegade Squadron Mobilization. So he's going in there. Renegade Rearguard will be defending again. Well, I've got him sus this time. I am not worried. I just need to win. Right, so I'm going to put that one in. he's going to roll a dice. Oh, I should shuffle these first. He's going to put one in. I'm going to put one in. And 2. He's going to put one in. I'm not going to put one in. 3. I'll put one in. 5. Put one in. And 3 passes. Right, so I have 2 fake cards, Seeds and Surprise, and he's got a lot. So he's got one fake card, Battle of Hoth, but he's definitely on the edge. Right, so once again, things are going off here. So my Seed goes off first, so because he's committed to the Force. Yes! He is done. Right. Next fake card is Battle of Hoth. Now would the dark side damage? No, light side would damage before they protect their own. Or maybe they would want a heal. That's a good call on what objective they would target. And I can't remember the rules of what they would do. Because I've played this, we don't want to be moving damage around, and they know that I can think, so I'm going to think they're going to try and save one of their own. So, and because I'm not going to really lay any blast, let's take one off Hero Survival, but that has now another Battle of Hoth card has resolved, triggered that, so I've got Hoth reinforcements coming up. Right, now these, and Surprise Survivor, move one damage from an objective you control to another objective you control. If you win the edge battle, move up to 2 damage instead. That isn't gonna do anything because we don't have any damage on our objectives. So now we are powering up Admiral Piett. He has 2 fake cards on him. Right, they get discarded. Right, so he's unfortunately, well, for the light side, he's unfortunately focused out, but I did not win the edge, so I will only be doing 3 damage, but I'm going to kill this guy, like him anymore, and then I get to do my 1 unopposed, which will be R, and I'm going to have to wait a little bit longer to do some sacrificing effects. Actually, sorry, this should have been in the engagement. I forgot about that because he was free. So Glacier Worms is in there as well, and they would do 2 blast damage. Boom, boom. They are now both focused. They are both focused. Right. Unfortunately, it gets very crowded in here. What we do have here, we do have. Now I have a great guy now who's going to win the Force when he's attacking. So Admiral Piett's going to we're going to show you how great we can make him now. That's super play. I feel we have the advantage. Right. So they're the guys that are available. These are the guys that are not. That is the end of my attacking phase. They have 2 on the Force. I can actually, no, I can only draw it, I can't win it. I could put those 2 on, but I wouldn't win. And yeah, so there's no point trying to contest the Force. Anyway, we like it when they damage our objective. So end of my turn, let's move on to theirs. So balance back, put damage down, then we sort out their. They'll get refreshed. They'll have. I think the light side have really suffered from not having the mass amount of resources, which has been problematic for them, as they've not been getting many units out. I remember you've seen in other games, they've swarmed me, and it just doesn't work out. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the extra card. Get a feeling this will probably be over on my next turn. Actually, I still need to get the dial up. It might not be over. I might have to destroy 4 objectives at this rate. Maybe I'll go for the mission. Right, so that is that. And the fate deck has only got 2, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, so deployment phase. Dawn Far. So she has shielding. When this unit leaves play, plays on focus on a target enemy unit. Could be cool. Next one is another Torn Far because it's a duplicate. Stick it on there. Bright Hope. 1, 2, 3. So after a friendly unit leaves play, remove 1 token A type from this unit. Unfortunately, it's all the defensive unit. All the attacking units look like they've been used in the edge battle. Not good. And they get to do 1 card if it's a free card. Target of opportunity. We need that next card. Target of opportunity. Oh dear. And the last card, evacuation code signal, which is what they probably really need right now. So, fortunately, it's all defense and on attack. Oh, I forgot to trigger this, which I should do. So trigger the lowest cost unit. Unfortunately, I'm going to lose my tactical officer again. Joy. And so she'll go there. That would have come off. They would have drawn another card. So giving them another card there. And tactics, non-tactics, 2-1 split. No point putting him in there because he only gets his stuff while he's attacking. You want to defend with anyone? Maybe I'll let the Pro Droid die so I can take out an objective. There we go. So we'll send the Pro Droid up against the Captive Wampa. I am not putting in any cards. So we will go to the edge battle. So I should shuffle these up. So the potential is this can do some damage. We'll have some. I've got some tricks up my sleeve. So yeah. Are they putting in? Are they putting a card? Are they putting in another card? Nope. So they're passing. And it's target opportunity. So I'll go off there. Tell you what, because I'm nasty. Like that. Before they strike, I'm going to trigger Killing Cold. So sacrifice a unit control to remove 1 damage from a friendly Hoth objective. Fortunately, this will give them an opportunity to get unopposed damage. But anyhow, so he leaves play. He'll do all the damage here. Boom. Because we've sacrificed a unit, he'll deal the damage. So let's put some damage here. I've lost this one. So evac procedure's gone. Tar goes to 5. Get to remove the damage from a friendly Hoth objective. He'll then double tap out, kill no one, deal an unopposed damage. there we go. That is that. And then they'll go to the force phase. And Bright Hope will get put on. Dun dun dun. Right. Could this be the last turn? So Dar will go to 6 now. That's over. And yeah. Oh, because the Probe Droid left the card. Right, refresh. And 1, 2, 4. Fortunately, some duplicates here. So I still need to tick the dial up by 6. Taking that objective out will do 2. Another objective will be 3. Yeah, it's not great. So we will start with doing target the main generator. So the mission comes. Oh, also they've got. No, because I took that out on their turn. I've only got 2. One doesn't. Does one not come out immediately? Another rule thing I will have to check. Right, so we've got target main generator. So I'm paying 1 for that. Sith Holocron is useless for me. Got a fake card. Can't play out the second mission, so I'm just gonna play out the ISB. 1 and an ice trumper. 4, 2. Right. So it looks like I'm going to have to do a fair bit of damage. Luckily, I did find out from the rules that I weren't playing last time. Whilst damage rolls over when the AI is attacking, it actually does for the player as well. So technically, if I can do jank of double strikes, then my strikes will roll over onto other objectives. But for now, I will be selecting the Executor, Admiral Piett. I have much better confidence of possibly winning an edge battle now, thanks to Piett being loaded up with fake cards. And we'll chuck in the, well, Glacier Worm has to go in. Oops. And we'll chuck in the Hoth reinforcement, keep the ISB back, keep the Ice Trumper back. So these 4 up against are targeting the main power generator, and they'll be going up against Torn Far and Bright Hope. Yeah. Well, first off, I know I'm definitely going to get a seeds off, so that's fine. Fine by me. Which it helps for now who know the light side are going to be attacking. So I will take a risk and put 1 in. Just want to. And now we start. Let's shuffle. Shuffle these up. Oh, I've got a few cards in here. So if they roll well, you never know, they could overtake me. Right. So. And a bit of card in. And I'm passing. And you put a card in. And I'm passing. And they're all 6. And they put a card in. I'm still passing. You now have 2 more than me. 4. They are passing. Right, so they have. Ooh, not too great. 4. Well, I already know I've beaten that because while this unit is attacking during the edge battle, resolve the effects and count the force icons of each attached fake card as if it were in your edge stack. And after you discard a fake card not named just a fake from your edge stack, attach it to this unit. Well, I've already got this seeds that I've played, so that'll go off. And focus Bright Hope. And then I've got this seeds that will go off. And Let's put it on the one path. Oh, bright hope. One for bright hope. Bright hope. And then we've also got a surprise survivor. So as I did with the edge map, I could move up to 2 damage from one to another. Unfortunately, I don't want it at the moment because that's the only one I need to keep alive, and it's last in the queue, so it's rarely going to see damage. So that is resolved. Now we death and destruction now comes. Oh, Tornfar had shielding. I forgot about that. It's probably going to shield this because she needs to help it at all costs. I don't think it's going to matter. So the executor will strike first. Kill Tornfar. When this unit leaves play, place 1 focus token on target enemy enhancement. I don't actually have any. So she is gone. So we do 3 damage here. Here comes 2 damage because of the shield. So boom. Here shoots Right Hope for 2. Oh, come on, tokens. Where are they? Stop focusing, everyone. So just focus. He is focused. Glacier Worm strike, killing Bright Hope. Oh, technically, after your friendly unit leaves play, remove 1 token any type from this unit. So, wait a minute, I forgot about that. So I killed Tornfar. We did put 2 focus tokens on, so could have. It's not going to matter. Take that off, or take 1 of the damage off. It's still going to die when they strike. Right. So anyway, Glacier Worm's going to strike. You're going to kill Bright Hope. So that's gonna and deal 2 damage. Hoth reinforcement will strike, destroying this objective. Boom. Right, so this mission is, after this mission is completed, do one of the following. Deal up to 2 damage to each enemy Hoth objective, or increase the Death Star dial by 2. Right, but so because it's destroying, Death Star dial does go by 2 anyway. And then let's trigger the second one. So we won't up dial by 2. Actually, if we up the dial by 2, we can win. Right, yeah, so okay, we'll up the dial by 2. So we're up to 10 now. That's gone. And then for my final play to end the game, I'm going to sacrifice this unit to look at the top card of my deck. It's a healer battle. I get to draw that card. He will die. Executor, that's the last damage here. Boom. And we win. Yay! Dark side. Obviously, we didn't get the powerful fake cards on Piett, but as I have hopefully shown, and I know the dark side did, the light side did perform poorly, didn't get their resources out there, for they couldn't really defend against this, so I was allowed to do all my janky tricks to show you what this can do. But I get the feeling up against a proper fight, it might be a bit more even, and then this guy might be allowed to run riot. But thematic wise, the Executor with Ozil came out, they didn't like him, killed Ozil. Piett come out, commanded forces and took out the light side. In the end, the dark side wins. I hope you enjoyed that game, everyone. Sorry it went on for a little bit longer than I would have liked, but all good and fun. And I hope you got to see some of these other Hoth cards. So you got to see how Piett is now more advantageous when working with Euro and Command now, because there was a few more tricks and ways of getting him into play. There's this deck, there's a lot of the sacrifice stuff, so it works well with the Executor, and then you've seen some of the creatures as well, so you've got to see the Glacial Worms in play, which can be a mighty unit when it is going up against Hoth objectives. Whether this deck does as well against the normal deck, because a lot of this stuff I can move stuff around Hoth to Hoth, it might not be as powerful, but I think the sacrifice mechanic that has been used throughout the game is still quite strong here, so that should still stand you in good stead. I might have missed a few things out, apologies if I have, but yeah, I enjoyed that, and alright, another solo game in the bag. Hopefully I can play a normal game at some point soon, but solo is what it is for now. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time, goodbye.